opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, opening day baseball on the show. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Texas Rangers were not in the postseason last year, but they've made some key additions, and they're among the league favorites now. There's a real hunger around this team, Chris, and with the fan base, they really think they've got a shot to make some noise this year.
They do, Boog, and I don't think that's unrealistic. They made some nice moves in the offseason, tried to build up their roster, and now they look primed for a big year. Of course, that's not a guarantee of success. We've seen teams go on big spending sprees in the offseason in the past and just not back it up once the games start, but they look like a real contender to me.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about ready for baseball. Jackie Robinson stepping in for the Rangers.
Jackie Robinson.
And we're off and running in a brand new season. Way out front for strike two. So a pitcher making his major league debut and getting the opening day start. Not something we see very often.
No kidding, Boog. And just look around the league here on opening day. You'll see a lot of proven aces getting the start. So they're hoping that that's what he can be for this organization. Someone who can start a bunch of opening days for them in the future as well.
Checks his swing. Now it appeal to first. Didn't go. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball. Fires over to first. One out in the top of the first. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. As per usual, one of the best players in the sport, Jackie Robinson.
Now, this is a player that's, hit over 300 for his career in terms of batting average. And being able to do that, that is extremely good bat-to-ball skills that he's had for a long time. He's just got a real consistent approach, uses all fields, and he's got a game plan when he comes to the plate. So let's just keep our eyes on him. I think it's pretty hard to take your eyes off of him.
That's ripped into the outfield, and that's got extra bases written all over it. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Batting third,
Barry Bonds with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
One out, runner at second. Willie Stargell, the next to hit. In the air to left center. Anderson gets under it. 2 away down.
Batting fourth, center fielder Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle stepping in for the Rangers. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Line drive. One hopper off the wall, and that should bring in the run. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair, so that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Jose Bautista getting ready to hit.
Oh, that's upstairs.
Runner at second, 2 down here on opening day. Outside, and the count is 2-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
2-0. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Man on second, 2 down. That one fouled off, 2-2. Upstairs, George Brett waiting to hit for the Rangers. Man at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. Rangers get 1 on the RBI double. It's now 1-0. Back here in Philadelphia and towing the slab, Roger Clemens, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the history of baseball.
True legend in this game with over 300 career wins. Always a joy to watch him go to work. It's effortless out there. Doesn't wear his emotions on his sleeve. Doesn't know when he's high or when he's low.
Pete Rose trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Bare hands it. Tough play, but no chance. That's an infield single. Here's the veteran outfielder, Ted Williams. And that's in there for strike 1. Clemens, more than 300 wins in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Rose on at first, nobody out. On the ground to third. Over to Jackie to get 1. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Paul O'Neill stands in for the Phillies. First pitch, and he just misses. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a base hit. And the tying run is on base. Now a chance for Jose Abreu. Looking for his first big league hit right here. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Pitch is high. Throw. Safe.
Looks like they're trying to answer back on that run they gave up in the top of the first by being aggressive on the base paths. I like that, especially early in this ball game. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
Here's a 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike two. Swing, and he popped it up. Robinson settles under this one, and that's the third out. Phillies strand one. They're down 1-0. Back at Citizens Bank Park, we move ahead to the top of the second now. George Brett stepping in for the Rangers. And a rope into center field, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So digging in, Charles Johnson. That one way inside. Dave Lawrence behind the plate today. Consistent and pretty accurate with the balls and strikes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Spook, that just keeps the game moving. Nothing overly unique about the strike zone that he calls, and as a result, he's appreciated by both sides.
Hey!
The 2-1. That one ripped, but foul. Three-two now. That's the third. There's one and two. What a play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Derek Jeter stepping in for the Rangers.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. Jeter tracking that one as it misses the zone for a ball.
Whoa, that's down.
The 2-1. Not the best swing that time from the first round pick.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut. Ramirez.
Hey!
In the air, right field. Bautista takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Batting 6, catcher, Joe.
Joe Mauer stands in for the Phillies. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. One down, Phillies down a run. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And now it's even 1-1. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. The 0-2. Inside, just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Out to short. Throw over to Stargell. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting 7, third baseman, number 11.
Down the third baseman, Matt Williams. And there's a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Strike 3. That ties Roger Clemens on the all-time list. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. On to the third inning. Roger Clemens stepping in for the Rangers. That one fouled off. The 0-1. Late on that fastball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him swinging.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
So the Rangers batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Jackie Robinson. That one fouled hard the other way. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
This hitter's been seeing good velocity in the at-bat. He's kind of set up for that changeup. He hasn't seen it yet. Looks just like a fastball out of the hand.
Hit softly on the ground to third, and foul ball. The 1-2. Outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where pitchers would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Now batting left fielder, number 25.
So up next, Barry Bonds. A double and a run scored his first time up. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. at first, one away. Got him to chase one above the zone there.
Well, you know this guy wants a pitch up, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall, but you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
Not close with that one. Ball one.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Rangers, first baseman Willie Stargell.
And now the first baseman, Willie Stargell. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Ball.
Robinson off of first with 2 away. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
Got him swinging for the K. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Rangers lead 1, but they lead it 1-0. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Center fielder, number 10.
Nope.
Just off the inside edge.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Stargell takes it in for the out. 1 away.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Jack Morris stands in for the Phillies. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Strike 3. That ties Roger Clemens on the all-time list.
It's his first strikeout at this level, but it definitely won't be his last. So, you know, these early at-bats are all part of the process for a rookie. And trust me, big league pitching just looks different than minor league pitching. He still has plenty of opportunities ahead of him in this one, though.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Pete Rose digs in now. Two down, nobody on. And he drops it down the third baseline. And that's just foul. Out towards right center field. Bautista on the move. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They trail here 1-0. Back here in Philadelphia as we go to the top of the 4th. Mickey Mantle stepping in for the Rangers. And a big swing and a miss. Mantle, a former Gold Glove winner, more than 1,500 runs batted in his career. Let's remember a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards. Comes up empty. This one in the air. Abreu settles under it. 1 down.
Up next for the Rangers, right fielder Jose Bautista.
Jose Bautista now at the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Yep, that ball went out.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That's a ball.
That one to first. Abreu throws to first in time. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Rangers, third baseman George Brett.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the third baseman, George Brett. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Two down, nobody on. Here on opening day.
Ball 1.
Stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Rangers go down quickly there. They lead it 1-0. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the 4th, Ted Williams stands in for the Phillies.
Ted Williams.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a pop off in foul ground. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Phillies, right fielder Paul O'Neill.
So digging in, Paul O'Neill. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. That's in there, and that is strike 1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offer in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Just a slow ground ball this time, but it kicks foul. And a 1-2 again. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a 1-2. Strike three. That ties Roger Clemens on the all-time list.
Baseman, number 79.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. And right now, he's shutting this lineup out, so we might stick with it. And there's one thing on his mind this at-bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And that is the third out of the inning. Phillies down in order, still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, ready now for the fifth inning.
23.
Charles Johnson stepping in for the Rangers. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. One away.
Up next for the Rangers, shortstop Derek Jeter.
And now the shortstop, Derek Jeter, struck out swinging his first time. Jeter takes the strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
On the ground. Sends it to first. And the first two set down in the top of the fifth.
Up next for the Rangers, pitcher Roger Clemens.
2 outs, base is empty. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Roger Clemens. Struck out swinging his first time.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And the Rangers set down in order, but they're on top 1-0. Back at Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the inning, Ramirez stands in for the Phillies.
Number 13.
I'm impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at bat expands.
The 0-1. That one lifted to left. Bonds under it. And there's one down. League leader in average, also apparently human. Who knew?
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Home team down a run here on opening day. Strike three. That ties Roger Clemens on the all-time list. Now he's challenging to call strike, and it's going to stay a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge. Now here is Matt Williams. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Outside low, and it's 1-1. Two down, nobody on. Gonna count 1-2.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Good job to fight that one off. What a stop to first in time.
No,
Got
he's
it.
down.
Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. So up next,
Leading
Jackie
off for the
Robinson.
Rangers, second baseman Jackie Robinson.
Sliced hard but foul.
Ball that's outside.
There's a swing and a drive.
No,
And a
that's
foul
foul.
ball. The 1-2.
Ball that's in.
This one in the air, right field. And it falls. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
Barry Bonds, the next to hit, 1 for 2. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Robinson gets his lead at first, nobody out. And that one fouled off. Got him. Dave Lawrence rings him up.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Stargell in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well. It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The 0-2. On the ground, could be 2. Williams to second, and that's 2. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Rangers 1 and the Phillies nothing. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the 6th inning, Brady Anderson stands in for the Phillies.
10.
Up and in, and that's ball 1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Strike 3. That ties Roger Clemens on the all-time list.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Now it's going to be Jack Morris. Struck out swinging his first time.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point. Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
The 1-1. And a foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Lifted in the air, right center field. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, number 18.
Pete Rose will hit next. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. Ripped to right. He dives, but he can't make the catch. And the tying run is on base.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
At the plate, Ted Williams. Now a quick throw to first. Rose back in standing. Right through there for a strike.
Well, with the tie and run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
No question about this one. It's out of here. He shoots one out to right. His first homer of the year, and that's how they take the lead. It's 2-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 down, and here is Paul O'Neill. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two down, nobody on. In the air, right field. Bautista has a beat on it, and that will end the inning. But the Phils get 2 on this blast. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, top of inning number 7. Mickey Mantle stepping in for the Rangers. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Some stirring in the bullpen for the Phillies. Felix Rodriguez appears to be getting ready, and I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Sasaki getting cranked up as well. Hit hard, but foul off to the left.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. Looking to get the tying run on base. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in there. That's a double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Jack Morris won't go any further.
Well, Boog, as he leaves, he's got a shot at his first MLB win. He's going to need the rest of that staff to step up and preserve this narrow lead, though.
Felix Rodriguez gets handed the rock out of the pen. On for his major league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time You get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
Next to hit, Jose Bautista. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one. Late on that fastball.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
So the tying run at second, and a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So next to hit for Texas, George Brett.
That's out.
Man at second.
Ball.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
To the right side, Rose in plenty of time to first, but the tying run moves up to third, so they'll be happy with that.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Johnson in the box now. Takes strike one. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
That was straight queso right there.
Pulled out on strikes. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
For the Phillies, first baseman, number 79.
And first offering is fouled off. In the air, right field. Bautista under it. And there's one away.
Now that is shortstop, number 13.
Now it's the shortstop, Ramirez.
This kid is so special.
He's a shortstop by trade and big time power.
Seems like from day one, his strike zone and plate discipline. Looked like he'd been in the league for 6 years already.
Stays alive. Going 2 now. Strike 3. That ties Roger Clemens on the all-time list.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Hammered. Took the extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he pulls in with a double for his first hit of the year.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Matt Williams getting ready to hit. He's got some power, no doubt. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. This one in the air, center field. Mantle under it. And the inning is over. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. 8th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 2 and the Rangers 1. Back here in Philadelphia, we go to the 8th. Derek Jeter stepping in for the Rangers. And the 0-1 in the air, right field, and there's one away. Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Rangers, Dave Parker.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
You'll one up the middle, and that one handled on to first. Barely got him for the out. Close play.
Man, that was bang bang. Tough to tell in full speed, Boog.
I gotta be honest with you, I couldn't tell either. As they ask for time to check with their replay guys about a possible challenge, we wait and see.
Yeah, and we usually get a couple of close ones every game, it seems, and this one is just about as close as it gets.
Well, they are going to challenge the call, and so now the decision will be made by the umpires at the replay center back in New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention,
here's a final look at it. They called him out, and I'm thinking it's going to stay that way.
I think you're right, and It was worthy of another look, no doubt. But after seeing these replays, I just think they're going to stay with the original call. Just not seeing enough to overturn it.
Here's the decision now, and he is out. So they lose the challenge, and they won't have any more the rest of the way.
Upon video review, the umpires have upheld the call as out at first base.
Here's the second baseman, Jackie Robinson. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Two down, nobody on. Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball.
No signs of wavering on the mound here in the eighth. He's looking rock solid so far.
Time called now. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Up with it. Fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. It's the Phillies 2 and the Rangers 1.
Now pitching for Texas.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Pete Richard. And this is the best way to make your major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think it's a nice job by the skipper to get him in here without any added pressure with traffic on the bases.
Anderson lays off down low as he digs in for the third time. Hey. One and two now. Fights it off. You'll see another. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Leadoff man is out here in the eighth.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Slings to first in time.
Now batting, second baseman, number 18.
And now for the Phillies, Pete Rose. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
The 1-1. Center field. And that is that. Down quickly go the Phillies, but they still lead it 2-1. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Brandon McCarthy on for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
That one finds the zone. Strike one.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
On the ground to first, Abreu takes it himself, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Rangers, first baseman Willie Stargell.
Stepping in, Willie Stargell. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Well, this is such a tough offense. That pitcher needs those pitches called for strikes. You don't want to give these hitters any more advantage. They're already bruisers.
And it's a called strike after the review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Here comes the 0-1. And that one fouled off.
Ball, that's outside.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Another 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. And now 1 out remaining for Texas.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
McCarthy looking for his first save of the year. Mantle in the box here lets that one go for a ball. The Phillies trying to close out a 1-run lead here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split-finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
1-1 now. That's ripped. Base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Jose Bautista stepping in for the Rangers. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Hand up as he asks for time at the plate.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Fouled off down the right side. And the 0-2. Up the middle, Rose. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Phillies take the season opener and move to 1-0. And your final score here today, 2-1. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we've got a major league debut on the mound in this one, Chris. And always interesting to see how that goes. But I'm sure there's a mix of excitement and nerves running through him right now.
Absolutely. Playing your first game in the show, it's just a little different for everyone, but no one walks in unfazed by the moment. I don't care what they say to anybody, and that's especially true as a starting pitcher that's expected to go out there and give your team a quality outing. All eyes will be on him out there on the bump. Should be fun to watch and see how it plays out.
Okay, all set to go. Jackie Robinson getting ready to hit.
Number 42, Jackie Robinson.
And away we go this afternoon. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. So the call stands. That knocks them down to one challenge left. That one finds the zone. And a count 1-1. Park making his first start of the year. And he's a native of South Korea. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Next up for Texas, Barry Bonds. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Check swing, and he went. It's 0-1. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still slings it to second.
Out.
There's one.
He's out. The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Base is empty after the double play. Willie Stargell now at the plate.
0-1.
Two down, nobody on. Oh, no. He doesn't get the call. 2 balls, no strikes.
Guy like this can be tough. You know he's not going to try to beat you with velocity, but he's going to sink it, he's going to change speeds, and he's going to pitch backwards at times.
Fastball for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Two now. Line drive, base hit, fair ball down the third baseline. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Now a chance for Mickey Mantle. Stargell off of first with 2 away. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Behind 0-2, he steps out for time. The 0-2.
That's the ball.
Out to short, Ramirez. They take the force out, and that will end the inning. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here in Philadelphia, and on the mound for Texas in this one, Wilson Alvarez. It's singing a special day for him. He's making his Major League pitching debut here. Pete Rose stands in for the Phillies. This guy's kind of a unicorn in today's game of baseball. It seems like we're seeing fewer and fewer switch hitters, and he is elite regardless of the side of the plate he's hitting from.
Well, in this day of analytics, you have to be really good, and you've got to be consistent as well. Otherwise, you're going to be out of the lineup because of the matchup. But, yeah, it's amazing what he can do from both sides of the plate.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the 0-2. Way high. Got him looking for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And that's the first strikeout of his Major League career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Pitch is in there. That is strike 2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers. Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge. He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
That missed by a lot. Full count now.
These first two hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
On the ground, right side. Robinson whips it to first. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. Okay, let's check out the lineup.
Baseman, number 79.
And now for the Phillies, Jose Abreu. Looking for his first big league hit right here.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch. I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that is that. Scoreless after 1. Back here, Citizens
Leading
Bank
off
Park,
for the Rangers,
all set for the
right
start of the
fielder,
inning.
Jose
Jose Bautista
Bautista
stepping in for the Rangers. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Foul ball there. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
The 0-1. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting 6, third baseman, George
Here's
Brett.
the third baseman, George Brett.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes. But if you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Now a fly ball to right center. He's got it. 1 away.
Batting 7, catcher, number 23.
Here's the catcher to hit, Charles Johnson, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Out, number 2. And the batter will be the shortstop, Derek Jeter. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Sliced hard, but foul. And the 0-1. Out towards right center field. And it falls. And out to a board.
Batting ninth, pitcher number 40.
Stepping in, Wilson Alvarez. And that one clips the corner. The Rangers with a chance to score first here in the second game of the series. And that's outside. And the count is 1-1.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Two on, two outs. Look out, way inside. And the runners will move up.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
Time called now. Two and two. Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Bottom of the inning. Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Matt Williams.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him. Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far moving the ball around nicely.
No, that's a ball.
And a foul ball. Strike two. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Payoff pitch. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Here's the veteran outfielder, Paul O'Neill. No score here in the second. Next offering is fouled back. Here's the 0-2. On the ground. Already two out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting sixth, shortstop, number 13.
Ramirez will hit next.
That's a ball.
Fastball for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
In there. And so now 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game. Down quickly go the Phillies. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. New inning getting started, and now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Jackie Robinson.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
And he grounds one to the right side. Rose to first, and one away in the top of the 3rd.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
So up next, Barry Bonds. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball up the middle. Rose tosses to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
First baseman Willie Stargell.
Willie Stargell, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Fastball is outside. Off the mark there. And that's ball 2.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
Top of the 3rd, no score. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. The 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him swinging. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the Phillies catcher, Joe Mauer. Check swing called strike. That's strike one.
No, that's a ball.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
So digging in, Brady Anderson. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
The heater is clearly giving him trouble early on in this one. I want to see him ready to swing against that pitch just a little more often.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Brady Anderson with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, dude. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Pete Rose. His first at bat was a strikeout. Anderson off of first with 2 away. That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay, safe. And it's 1-0.
Well, the strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Ted Williams grounded out his first time up. Just missed. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Save! Fantastic effort, but that extends the inning.
Definitely a tough play right there, and he had a little trouble on the transfer. Didn't seem to be able to get the grip and get rid of it, and that made all the difference.
Jose Abreu stands in for the Phillies.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Stays alive. On the ground to third, Brett. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Phillies with a run-scoring double. It's now 1-0. This is Rangers baseball on the show, Texas. Back at Citizens Bank Park, out of the fourth, Mickey Mantle stepping in for the Rangers. Mantle, multi-time All-Star, more than 2,000 hits in his career. Let's remember, a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards. Out towards right center field, O'Neill on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Rangers, right fielder Jose.
So up next, Jose Bautista picked up a base hit to center his first time up.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one off the mark, ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Popped up. Rose should have this one. Takes it in for the out.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
George Brett getting ready to hit. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. A solo shot. His first homer of the year, and they tie it up. It's 1-1.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Charles Johnson stepping in for the Rangers. That's down and in. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even at 1 apiece. Bottom 4, and now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Matt Williams.
Number 11.
That one fouled off.
You know, these Phils doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Just misses with that one. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. One down. And now for the Phillies, Paul O'Neill.
Paul O'Neill.
Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one carrying. Going. Gone. He muscles that one out of here. And they lead it. It's 2-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. keep a curveball on the inside part of the plate, you have to keep your mechanics really simple in order to keep it fair. The thing I noticed there was how extremely quiet he was, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Now here is Ramirez. And that misses. And that's ball one.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
One out, bases empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Just missed.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
That one's in there. 3-2 now.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fights it off, he'll see another. Here comes a 3-2. Swings through it for the K. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Mauer in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. Close, but call the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that one is lifted in the air. Bonds turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. On to the top of the 5th we go. You're watching Rangers baseball on the show Texas. Back here in Philadelphia, we go to the top of the 5th. Derek Jeter stepping in for the Rangers.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
This one in the air, right field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's the pitcher, Wilson Alvarez. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0. That one missed.
Well, this is such a tough offense. That pitcher needs those pitches called for strikes. You don't want to give these hitters any more advantage. They're already bruisers.
And another ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Jackie Robinson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-0 down. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
First and second, no outs. Jackie Robinson digs in now. 1 for 2.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
The 0-1. And that one fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at-bat through the count.
The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Flips it. There's one. On to first. Safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Here's a big power threat. Barry Bonds. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Two on, 1 out. Back to the mound. It hit him. Whips it to first on the run. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
Now pitching
Jim Kern, ready or not, in the game now after the injury. On for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Stargell in the box, lays off for ball 1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Next offering in there for a strike, and that's strike 1.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Man on second, 2 down. That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. They limit the damage here.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Center fielder, number 10.
Out to center. Mantle settles underneath it. Then there's one down. And for a change, the OPS leader is kept off the bases. This pitcher will take that trade anytime. So a pinch hitter in the pitcher spot, Jose Reyes. Looking to start something with one gone. Trying to bunt his way on. And that's just foul. Line to right center field. That's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over. Jose Reyes with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you worked to get here. Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Grounds one to short. Jeter. They get the force, and that will end the inning. Through 5. All even at 2-2. Back here in Philadelphia. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Tug McGraw. And this is the best way to make your major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think it's a nice job by the skipper to get him in here without any added pressure with traffic on the bases.
Here's some real power at the plate. Mickey Mantle. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Two-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He can make you pay.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Felix Rodriguez, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Sasaki warming up as well. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Turned on, but foul wide of third. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And that's an infield single despite a great effort at shortstop.
Up next for the Rangers.
So digging in, Jose Bautista. And the lefty with the 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. And a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
George Brett stepping in for the Rangers.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box. Gets him to chase after that one. Go-ahead run at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Now here's a flare off the bat, and that's a base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those can be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field, you're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Tug McGraw is done, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Trevor McGill.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Now, Charles Johnson. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a pop-up. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
Grounder might be two. Rose to second, to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Up next for the Rangers, shortstop Derek Jeter.
So up next, Derek Jeter. He's 2 for 2.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
And another ball. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Bautista on third. Johnson over at first with one away. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Ramirez tossed to second, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Wilson Alvarez. He is struck out, and he is walked right through there for a strike. Tied him up inside with that one.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Strikes him out with 101. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. Texas out in front, 4-2. This is Rangers baseball on the show, Texas. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Well, we go bottom 6. Jose Abreu stands in for the Phillies. That's in there at the knees for a strike.
Well, these Phillies, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
Ball.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
On the ground, right side. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting,
And here's a look at how he's
baseman,
using his pitches in this
number
one.
11.
Now the third baseman, Matt Williams.
That's a ball.
And that's in for a strike. The Phillies trailing by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. And a swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Ball.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
O'Neill in the box again, takes a strike.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Into the outfield, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Ramirez. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Out towards right center field. And that's the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Rangers 4 and the Phillies 2. You're watching Rangers baseball on the show Texas.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Zach Britton, ready to make his season debut. Back to the top of the order, Jackie Robinson now at the plate. 1 for 3. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Britton, 28 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2006. Strike one. The 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Here's a 2-2. Liner caught at second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Here's the left fielder, Barry Bonds. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for
Didn't try
the
to do too
Rangers,
much with
first
it, just a
baseman,
really
Willie
controlled,
Stargell.
simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs,
We got
but
time.
sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Next to hit, Willie Stargell.
No, that's low.
Man at first, one away.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Here's a 1-1.
Oh,
Line drive, base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Up next for the Rangers, center fielder
Mickey Mantle will hit next.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Ball one, no strikes.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
This one smoked on its way out of here. His first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 7-2.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Zach Britton done for the afternoon. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Tony Watson getting ready to make his season debut. And now the right fielder, Jose Bautista. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the hits just keep on coming. Up next for the Rangers, George Brett. He's already homered here in this one. And it's fouled away. That one to first. Slings to second. Back to first for two, and that'll do it. Three-run shot for Texas this inning. It's 7-2. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, set for the last half of the seventh. Joe Mauer stands in for the Phillies. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. And that one hammered way back there. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Brady Anderson, the next to hit. And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move.
Now pitching for Texas,
a new pitcher in the
number
game,
46.
Pete Richard. He's making his second appearance of the season.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Man at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Phillies, Thurman Munson.
Pretty surprised they're going with a pitcher off the bench here, Boog. I mean, they must be trying to save what they have left in terms of position players for later or something.
No question about this one. It's out of here. You want to talk about kicking off your major league career with a bang. His first big league hit leaves the yard. He'll remember this trip around the bases for the rest of his life. Wow.
He ought to. Usually guys are squeezing the bat so tight, trying to get that first hit out of the way. They can't get the ball out of the infield, Boog, but not him. Maybe a glimpse of what's to come from him in the next few years. Good job. I love the approach as a pinch hitter right there. Don't let him steal a strike on you just because you're coming in cold off the bench. If you get something to handle, jump all over it. And he was on that one. That's a big boost to the dugout.
So back to the top of the order. Pete Rose digs in now. The Phils trailing by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Take your base.
1 out man at first. Ted Williams now at the plate. Runner on the go. Pitch misses inside. Throw to second, and he's out.
You can have all the speed in the world, but if you don't have a good lead and a good jump, sometimes it's best to just shut it down. You can't just think that you're going to outrun the baseball. Really good job. Pitcher getting the ball to the catcher. Nice throw down to second base. Probably would have been better served shutting it down after that bad jump.
On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But the Phils get 2 on this blast. It's now a 7-4 ball game.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Kazuhiro Sasaki on for his major league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, I'm sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
The 0-1. What a stop to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Next up for Texas, Derek Jeter.
Shortstop, Derek Jeter.
Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Felix Rodriguez. The rookie right-hander is getting loose. Strike 2. Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time. The 1-2. And there's 2 away. Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Rangers. Luis Gonzalez looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So the two-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Rangers.
Up next for the Rangers, Jackie Robinson. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So that's two straight two-out hits.
Now batting, left fielder, number 25.
Barry Bonds. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. First pitch swinging. Two on, two outs. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The Rangers trying to break this one open, and we're at the top of the 8th. This to third, inning over. Rangers lead the pair. They hold a 7-4 lead.
Now pitching for Texas.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, number 72.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
Number 79.
No!
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
That's a ball.
Liner, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Now at the plate, Matt Williams. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. Paul O'Neill will hit next. He's already homered in this game. Now time is called here. Pitching coach on his way out to the mound. Swing, and he popped it up. Takes it in for the out. Now it's the shortstop, Ramirez. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Swing, and a ball popped in the air. That's a base hit. Here comes the runner. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2. Runners in the corners here, 1 away. Joe Mauer, the next to hit.
in the infield.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. New pitcher on here, Andrew Miller.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
This one in the air, center field. Mantle under it, brings it in. Runner tags from third. To the plate, save! And they trail by one. Brady Anderson stands in for the Phillies. And fouled off with a single base runner because of all the power. They are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. To the right side, Robinson. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Rangers 7 and the Phillies 6. Back here in Philadelphia, we go to the 9th. Willie Stargell stepping in for the Rangers. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Amazing range right there by the shortstop. He ends up on the other side of second base and then's able to complete the throw to first. That is tremendous range and clearly a great example of why he plays the shortstop position.
Mantle stands in now, looks at that one inside. And that's way high. And that's ball 2. Late with the swing there. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. Fastball is outside. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. So next to hit for Texas, Jose Bautista. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Rangers,
George Brett digs in now. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. He's safe. It's 8-6. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Kazuhiro Sasaki will depart. And he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Felix
48.
Rodriguez.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Now the catcher for the Rangers, Charles Johnson.
Ball one.
In the dirt. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Now a pop-up on the infield. He makes the grab, and that is that. Rangers get one on the RBI double. It's now 8-6. Welcome back as we have a pinch hitter to lead it off. Tony Batista.
Just looking to get on here. Give them something to work with as they try to make a comeback.
So they turn to their closer, Dennis Eckersley. A chance at his first save of the year. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Next offering is fouled back. Going 2 now. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the second baseman, Pete Rose. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. And there's one down. So digging in, Ted Williams, known for his late inning heroics.
Ball.
The Rangers trying to close out a 2-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Tying run at the plate. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Out to short. Jeter. Over to Jackie. They get one. That's a double play. The ball game is over. Alvarez with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
Final score of 8-6 in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long